not. But now that we've got everybody here, those who are staying tonight or for the weekend, it's lovely to see you all, and here's to a successful weekend. I hope the weather stays good for filming and that we have successful scripts and films, despite all Brian's trials and tribulations over trying to get sufficient actors and everybody else here. Anyway, here's to a successful weekend. Here's to all of us.
Salud.
Yes.
Cheers.
On behalf of Sam, may I welcome everybody here. The weather looks good, at least reasonably good, and I'm glad to see that so many of you have turned up. I think it's a record number of people for Crieff, and it's so nice we have this lovely big room to accommodate us all, because we really would have been squashed in the Barvic room. Anyway, delighted to see you all. Brian has a few words to say to you of the detailed explanations. All I want to do is just welcome you and wish you a successful filming day. Thank
You can actually do is shoot. If you shoot, you see, and it doesn't need to be the first shot. But if you take somebody walking down there, anybody, and then that leads in, they walk past the position here, and then you're left. It'd only be talking in any case, but it's talking. Yes, that's all right. So you get the thing right.
Start it running.
Press that. Now what you will see, and it's useful for those that are on the camera to see, when you press that button you'll see something appearing. Just do that.
I want to clip it up. That's
of course.
Right.
I feel good. I feel tired. Look me, my lady, tonight. Look me.
Okay.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. What's my motivation?
To do it like that, you'll see how the sound is going to be. And that's probably the best way to get all these sound levels before we start. And then we'll know if we have a problem. Sorry, you want to go?
I don't feel like that.
Bright red as he went.
1% of DNA.
Obviously, don't you 1%?
Just say sorry I'm late, it was good of you to wait.
And then he's a wee bit bewildered there about, oh, but, oh, you know, we come looking back and forward to he disappeared.
Watch, Bob.
Camera. Running.
Yesterday was great.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do today?
Anything you want. I really enjoy being with you.
Well, there's an old castle up behind the gardens. Maybe we could go up there and have a look round.
Oh, it's...
Cut. I think if you do that, I don't think you need to run. Because your road's just now out of a two-shot, you actually went out of the frame.
You hear an awful lot of this, the feet on the pebbles.
That's all right. It's all right. That's what you normally hear in any case. As long as it's not when they're speaking.
I know.
Go back to the bookshop entrance.
Is she not? She went from left to right in your last shot. Is she not going to have to go from left to right in this shot?
Yes, left to right.
No, that's... I know, sorry.
I think the only one we need to get maybe is from in the car. Once you get from in the car, so we can then drive round them. I think that's it. We've covered
that's
it
the
then.
one that you have to do. And then you go.
It's nice to have fit young men in our team. Just to go around and just...
So it'd be lovely to run on that side, but then, you know, I'd have to start crossing the road to get beside the plants.
No, you can't run on that side because you must move from right to left. And so you've got to be... If we put you that side, you'd be running left to right on the screen down here.
Right.
And you started off, you see, going that way. So you've got to continue going that way. Otherwise people feel you're going that way. People say, why should you run back?
Right.
That's it. You've got to keep running in this one direction. If we'd started you that way, we'd have kept you that way.
Camera running.
Yesterday was great.
Yeah. So, what would you like to do today?
Anything you want. I really enjoy being with you.
Well, there's an old castle up behind the gardens.
Open your aperture slightly.
It'll be okay for exposure, but it just doesn't look right. I'm ready now.
Right. Tell me when action.
Okay, start running
Action.
now. Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
It's the door.
Oops.
Yeah,
How do you like my earrings?
that's very nice.
One's upside down.
That's the shirt. Is that the
Are
shirt?
they upside down?
No, they can't be upside down because they're clip-ons.
They're clip-ons.
Only clip-on one way. Oh dear, dear.
That's fine.
I may not use the wide angle lens all the time. It softens the definition, you probably know, Brian, if you're using the wide angle. So maybe the best thing to do would be just to use the standard lens for the first few shots and wide angle when we need it.
I could just take it.
I just do it from halfway, yeah.
I think you practice this a few times.
I'll give you a wee shove if you want.
Your own, rather than
Yeah.
use anything from there.
Any more stuff that
Well, there's plain paper. How about some plain paper?
yeah. Right. Okay, that's it, and it all gets knocked. He has to knock this onto the ground.
You sort of fall off and Lily catch.
I don't fall off. No,
I'll fall off this really.
I'll come and catch you from behind.
No, I can't remember my line. Well, this you just gaze at each other's eyes romantically.
Right, am I doing something?
And then. Right, I don't remember what we do next.
Yes. Into a collect.
Look, there's that thing again.
One? Just one?
I think one will probably do it.
Another penny in the swear box.
So have we decided how we're going to shoot this? It's Mr. Car Driver. Here, bring on the empty horses.
Just
No
now,
sound at
sound
all
just
then.
now.
No, I'm getting no sound.
No sound.
That's it.
It's just a looseness in that.
Yes, that's good.
I'm getting So we're now taking it from your position here, okay, as we go past.
Right.
So it will take over to this side. You don't know what to do, eh? Just as you're here. Exactly the same place.
Then you'll shut that one, and then well, to be another shot going along to the next cupboard. That could be all one, couldn't it, for speed? So we could do
But
that.
it'd be when you start the shot, if you start from where you were, I think
Yeah.
you're spacing that
Yeah,
way.
yes, you need to
Go that way and then to turn to look in there.
Yes. Open the first one, just look, close it, and then move along and open the second one, which should be shut.
Right.
And look.
Okay. Just look with my eyes that I'm actually touching.
No, you're actually opening the door.
Yeah, but actually just have it.
That,
Yes,
yes,
that's
yes.
great.
Shut that one, then
There, and
open
now
the
move
other
along
one.
to the next one
Yes.
and open it,
Right.
and then I think we'll cut there.
Okay. Right, so I'm up here.
Filming.
I've come for an interview with Mr. Wilkinson. I'm David Matthews.
You're not David Matthews.
Andrew Matthews. Okay, I have a memory from names.
Even your own?
Can I?
See,
Look
it's
at
open,
it.
it's open it forward.
Yes, yes, like that. Yes.
Yes.
Lay it down and then open it. But could you?
My heroin's spilling out here.
There's a bin over in the corner.
If we, would you smell it? Would you lick it? I mean, would you taste it?
You need to lift up one
I think
thing.
you would kind of
Yes.
I don't know what name
Do
to
something.
say.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll leave you to think what you would do. You've just found
I'll
it.
just do
What
whatever
you
comes
think.
naturally.
Now, was that shutter just
No, the
there?
book was kind of out there. What's this? Just as well I'm a nurse.
Is that all right there? You're not going to have a full view, obviously.
Can you hear me? Earphones would be good.
No, not a sound. Is your camera on?
What was the gentleman's
I want
name?
to switch on then.
David Robertson.
How's that?
Try it now. Clear.
Hi, testing, 1, 2, 3.
He hasn't arrived to stay. He's just arrived to meet somebody. So you don't need to look at it. You know, don't look at it. Just sort of. Yes. Right. On you go.
Hi, can you tell me if David Robertson's in it? Yes,
Whoa.
Right, you
turned round and said...
that's another of our secrets.
I need you up here, pal.
What you taking?
I'm only taking June and I'm turning around and saying that's another of our secrets.
Get away from us.
If you start the walking against and then
Okay,
come back a wee bit
Come
from
on.
where you were.
Start off
Right, she was on here.
Will you be showing there when you started?
You started walking on there and then you walked across.
Okay.
So you'll be on there and just...
Right, on here now, I'll just cross over through there. Thank you.
Okay, Bill.
That's another of our secrets.
Secrets are for sharing, Maggie.
What I found out. No, but you see, it's really from courtesy to her, to Shirley. Sorry about this. I don't know what this is about.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
No, not as just sorry about this. I've no idea what it is. And then go. But at least have the courtesy to say something to her.
I just respond with innocence about it all.
Yeah.
Look at that way, right? That's right, and then we'll look at this.
We were quite surprised during the day. I mean, first of all, we had a brilliant day. I mean, the weather was superb, the team was great, and we've seen quite a lot of policemen. Quite regularly. And they always seem to appear when we had the cameras on. But we had a terrific time. I'm sure when the film's finished you'll see that it'll come across like that. And each year the team leader gets up to say a few words about these things, and each year it's always the same sort of stuff. The team were great, the actors were brilliant, and I can't detract from that, but rather than me saying it all, I'm just going to get up and say a few words. He didn't know this, but he's going to say a few words.
Not much for me to say. It was an excellent day. We managed to look for a pub, and we happened to go into... Ken and I went into this pub, this hotel, and we said, "Have you got a pub?" He says, "Which one do you want?" So he gave us a choice of 3, which was good. We went into this other establishment and discovered that the person behind the counter was a former theatre actor. So another one up the shop, he was perfect for that part as well. And just everything went well, but we thought it was very difficult, but it went well. Thanks very much.
Now, this is supposed to be, where we are in Crieff Hydro, is the family hotel of the year. Well, it so happens that today they've had every member of every family out shouting wherever we were filming. Not only that, but we realised how many tractors, grass cutters, everything else that they do have. So there's a lot of noise going on. They sent aeroplanes over. They were dropping parachutists. All sorts of things were going on. So sound was our problem. But we tried to make something of it.
We decided to do the adverts for the Secrets chocolate bar. Now, there are 5 of us in the team. We thought it was a good idea because we could circulate, each one would do all the different jobs, we circulate. So we did 4, and then we thought, well, we'll try a 5th one so we could all get a shot. Unfortunately, we had slight problems with the 5th one.
One of the problems was that we were in an office, and it was so small that we could hardly get the camera in, camcorder and the lighting unit apart from the actor and myself. One other thing I'd like to say is you may remember I did write an article a while ago about batteries, the nickel hydride battery. That is it. I've just taken it off. That's the only battery I use today. And it's still just starting now to show that it was needing replacement.
We tried to save time to plan ahead and bring all the suitable props and things we thought we needed, but oh dear, it still takes a very long time to get through. We're perhaps rather ambitious with too many shots. However, we did get there in the end, the last minute gasp, but we did get there in the end. Like you, we had problems with sound. You'd just be started and people would appear, and cars, children, noises. Norman had a beautiful situation with a nice steep hill for Tanya to run up, but double yellow lines, cars were solidly parked along and they weren't going to move at all. There was a whole crowd of children at the door, so we had to find another hill.
No, it's the third time I've been here and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, really do. And you get to meet lots of different people. And obviously each year in a different group, so you get to meet all the directors and the camera crew. So I'm quite sure I speak for everybody here that we all enjoy it and hope to keep coming each year.